These are always the best videos for me to film because it's easy for me to talk about things I'm obsessed with, things I'm loving and wearing and using all the time. And I'm also going to be sharing a couple movie and TV recommendations. I am a romance girly through and through, and I don't recommend stuff very often because I am pretty picky. But the first thing I'm legitimately obsessed with, and I won't spend too much time on this, but I know some of you missed the big announcement. We did launch a travel size of our night oil. So Third Layer is my own brand, but we're known for our castor oil. We have the best, top tier, highest quality castor oil out there, but I added frankincense, magnesium, and hibiscus extract to make it work even better and faster and deeper. For the last year, we've had this big, huge glass bottle. So many of you have purchased it and loved it and repurchased it time and time again. I love this, but so many of you wanted a travel size. And so here we go. It is still a glass bottle, but it is a glass dropper. So it's really easy application. You still get a good amount, but it is travel friendly, TSA approved. I just got back from Italy and I took this everywhere I went. I use this as my only skincare at night. It is the best of the best, but I also put it on my abdomen. It's great for constipation and digestion, on the bottoms of the feet for, sleeping, just all the things. I'll put here just all of the different things that castor oil is good for on the inside and outside. I'm telling you, this is a miracle product. And if you haven't tried it yet, this is a good entry level because this is only $21. And I made my code active again. It is Shea15. That'll work site-wide for everything, but you can use that for this dropper, and that'll bring this down to around $17, which is just such a great price point. Okay, now the next couple things are a little weird, but that's what makes it interesting. So I have recently become obsessed with ordering real coconuts from Thailand. And the reason this started is because we were at the beach. I was lounging on the beach. Everyone's enjoying these, mixed drinks that are full of sugar. I don't like sugar, so I was like, give me a coconut. They brought me a delicious coconut with a straw and an umbrella, and I sipped God's elixir from above. I did not know how freaking delicious real coconut water is because I'm used to the stupid coconut water in the little containers from the grocery store, which they say is real coconut water, but what they don't tell you is it's completely pasteurized and zapped with super high heat to kill all of the nutrients. Like, it's not real coconut water as it was intended. So then I got home and I was like, how do I get real coconuts from Thailand to my house? I found a couple websites. I can link them down below if you want to be crazy like me and order some, but it's expensive and it takes a while to arrive. But every month I get a box of coconuts and I savor them. I don't have one every day. I make them last, but it's hard to get into them. I mean, you have to have like a crazy big knife and you're chopping the top off and then you're stabbing and finally putting in a straw at the top. And it's just the perfect amount. It's so energizing. It is delicious. It has so many good nutrients and enzymes. It's packed full of goodness and I love it. And then we have prunes. Now hear me out, just hear me out because there's like a different thing I've been doing with this. Now, backstory, I've been pretty clear and vocal and just open about how my gut and, just that whole area down there is not always working properly. Granted, my night oil has changed the game with me in that area by just putting this on my lower abdomen every night. It absorbs into your intestines and makes everything flow and move way easier in the morning. So that's definitely what I do overall. But if I eat too many carbs or pasta or bread or cheese to bind me up, that's where the prunes can come in and they can be your best friends. Of course, you could just eat the prunes straight, which are very tasty. I get these on Amazon. I can link them below. They're organic. They are juicy. They're delicious. They're very, very nutrient. However, I just have found that if I get a jar and put some into a jar and then fill it up with water, put it in the fridge for like a day or two, it plumps up the prunes even more. So they're just so gushy and juicy and delicious. It also creates kind of like a natural syrup in here as well. And it's almost like a dessert to eat them. And so I just thought I would throw it out there for anybody that does have digestive issues. This can really help you. I would start with like 1 or 2, and sometimes I'll have like 5 or 6 or 7. I mean, they're really tasty, but they make everything work way better. All right, now the next couple things are clothing items that I am truly wearing day after day after day. It's kind of ridiculous because I do work from home. And so I'll just wear things over and over again and then I'll wash them and I'll put it back on. So first, I just wanted to share these leopard sweatpants. I'm obsessed. Like I wear these way more than I freaking probably should, because like they're sweatpants, but the pattern is amazing. And the way they're cut, like this is also just a great brand on Amazon that is not just some cheap third-party seller. So this is very high quality, but I wear them around the house as sweatpants, but then they're cool in the fact that the way they're cut and the pattern and everything, you can wear them out almost as dress pants. Like you can wear them out and about and look dressy in them, but they're sweatpants. But then we also have this comfy matching lounge set by Hanes. So Hanes is, a classic brand, but this is cotton, like a cotton material, but there is a little bit of bamboo in this as well, which I don't know if you guys know, but bamboo is so soft. So this just makes it really enjoyable to wear. It's very thin, but like in a good way. It doesn't feel cheap. It's just a breathable, comfortable, stretchy, soft material. It comes with the pants and a matching tank top. Only $26 on Amazon. Such a good price. There are different colors. To me, black is just the best, even though there's definitely cat fur all over this, but it is so comfortable and I wear it just over and over again. Next, I have a couple hair things that you should absolutely try if you're interested. This K18 is like a wet, dry shampoo. It's the best dry shampoo I've ever tried. And I think it's because it isn't like an aerosol spray. It's actually like a wet spritz. And so you spray your hair, like when it's super greasy, you're like, oh my gosh, I need to wash my hair. Maybe you don't have enough time, or maybe you're just lazy like me. I have a lot of hair. It's like a big ordeal to wash my hair. So I just spritz this into my hair. And then it says on the directions to just like zhuzh it around and you can stop there. And that works. But I encourage you, like if you do get this, spritz it in your hair and then get out your hair dryer or your blow dryer and blow dry your hair, brush it out a bit. I kid you not, it looks like your hair is freshly washed. It looks like it has volume. It looks clean and healthy. Like, it is amazing. And your whole bathroom isn't full of like a chemical bomb from that aerosol spray. And then another hair thing, I am so annoyed I don't actually have it here with me, but it is that Wavy Talk hair waver. So I was doing my hair like this over and over again because this is like the best hair waver I found because it is designed differently than most other ones on the market, where like the typical hair waver is like a 3-barrel thing, which works, but I then discovered this one where it's actually just like one big wave. And so you can clamp it in your hair and go down different sections of your hair, and it creates the most natural, beachy, like just like the prettiest waves in your hair. And I do have a lot of hair, but it works for people with shoulder length, medium, long hair. Like everybody could love this and use this all the time. And I took it to the cabin. Like that's why I don't have it with me, because I was using it so much. I took it to our cabin and I left it there. And so for the last couple weeks, I was in Italy, it's fine, but I haven't had it and I want it back. I've also recently become obsessed with this bag. It's probably one of the most versatile, easy to use, well-rounded bags I've ever discovered. I did take it to Italy. I wore it every single day. You'd be shocked at how much this bag actually fits, but it also is on the small side. So it does come with the long strap that I mainly used, and I'll insert some photos of me along the trip as well, and me wearing this, but you can wear this as a long crossbody so that your hands free. That's usually how I wore it, but you just snap it on either side and you have a long crossbody bag. But it also comes with this shorter strap that you can easily add. Again, just snap it on either side and you suddenly have a nice shoulder bag. It completely changes the look and the function of the bag, but it still holds quite a bit. And then it actually turns into a third version. You actually remove this strap entirely and then snap the top of the bag together, and you immediately have a clutch bag instead, which would be great for an evening out or like a date night. It looks a lot dressier. But the bag overall is designed really well in the fact that there's kind of like double protection. There is this flap that is magnetic and it just easily opens and closes, and then a full zipper that is very smooth. And so everywhere I went, I didn't feel like I was gonna be pickpocketed or whatever. But now that I'm home, this is also what I've just been carrying around, and I've been switching it back and forth between long and short. Now, I also wanted to give you an update on these Dr. Scholl's walking shoes. They're actually the best-selling travel shoes out there. I did so much research on what shoes I should take to Italy because we walked like 30,000 steps every day. It was crazy. I got these after reading a bajillion reviews, and I am here to say I love them. There are some people out there that aren't a fan, but overall, these are very well loved, and they're just designed with a lot of cushion, a lot of support, higher arches. Like, this is just great. And the fact they just go with everything. Like, every outfit that I pulled out, this would go with them. So if you've kind of been on the fence or you've been looking for shoes that just will match everything, but you can be on your feet every day, I would suggest checking these out. Now, I did talk about the Superfeet insoles in a previous video, and I love those. So if you're somebody that you don't want to buy these, but you just want to make the current shoes you already have even more comfortable, I highly recommend Superfeet. I will link them down below under this next number, but it's not on Amazon. You have to go directly to their website. You fill out a questionnaire about your feet, your problems, like what you want to address, and they have so many different types of inserts, and they recommend exactly what would be best for you. You could check those out as well. All right, we're back to a few more clothing items that I've just been loving. It's all from Abercrombie, actually, but it's their one specific line. It's called their bra-free line, which sounds weird, but it's really stylish clothes that have a bra built in, so it just makes your life way easier. And I have quite a few pieces that I wanted to recommend. So first, under this number, I will link this dress, which I have it in yellow. I have it in a blue color. I also took this to Italy. I wore this a few times. Here's me on the Amalfi Coast. Like, holy moly, it was a stunning view, but this was just such a great dress. And, again, like there's like a bra built in to it. It's like sewn in, and so I didn't have to worry about wearing a bra with this. I took a few of their tank tops. I have this striped one here that you're seeing. Again, it's like a spaghetti strap tank top that usually would be really hard to like have a bra. And I know a lot of people with like bigger chests can't use those pasties or those nipple covers. This will give you a lot of support, but it's very smooth. And so you can get them in solid colors. You can get them with different patterns. I also have a navy one with a wider strap. It's more of like a traditional tank top. So I wore that in Italy all the time. I just have so many of their pieces with the bras already built in, and it just makes your life so much easier. Like this athletic dress, actually. I wore this, I think it was in Venice. Here's a photo in Venice of me wearing this, and it's kind of like a double layered athletic dress. Everything is built in, sewn in. It looks like I'm wearing layers, but I'm not. And this particular dress has that amazing feature where it's open in the back, like under the dress, so that if you do need to go to the bathroom, you can easily pull down and go to the bathroom without having to take the whole thing off. So I love this dress as well. Now, this recent Italy trip also made me become obsessed with silk and satin scarves. I knew you could easily change up an outfit with a scarf, but it was just something that I didn't do that often. And this trip kind of like forced me to do that because I didn't pack a ton of outfits, and I would just find different ways to kind of rewear things. But adding a simple scarf in different ways would dramatically change the look of the entire thing. And these are so inexpensive. Under this number, I'm going to link all kinds of different ones with different colors and patterns. They're beautiful. And even if you just simply tie it around your neck, it makes you look so much more chic and elevated and stylish. It's such a simple thing any woman can do. And I just think you should have like 4 or 5 of these in different colors, and you'll be shocked at the difference they make. All right, now we've made it to the TV and movie recommendation section. And as I mentioned in the beginning, I don't do this very often because I don't want to waste your time. I'm only going to recommend things that I truly loved and I thought was just like phenomenal. I also do have a movie that I recently watched that you should not watch. And I actually am curious, like if you liked this movie, I'll tell you what it is in a second, then clearly we're on different levels. Office Romance was one of the worst movies I have seen in many years. It's the one with J-Lo or Jennifer Lopez. Like, I thought it would be great. I really do like her as an actress. It was like a romantic comedy. I was excited for it. It was awful. I didn't even finish it. I think there was 15 minutes left in the movie. I was just like, who cares? This is the stupidest movie, not funny, cringy, just bleh. I'm curious what you guys think about that one if you watched it. So again, romance is definitely my favorite genre. I mean, I watch a lot of stuff, but that's kind of what I'm mainly drawn to. There has to be really good chemistry. And I would say the recent movie that I watched that I did actually quite enjoy, I didn't think it was stupid. There were definitely a couple spots where I was like, okay, that's a little cheesy. So this isn't my all-time favorite movie, but it's like worth the watch, is Voicemails for Isabel. I believe that's on Netflix. I did really enjoy it. I think that there was like good chemistry, but I still, hands down, I've said this in like, I think my last video when I talked about this, but if you haven't seen People We Meet on Vacation, oh my gosh, that's like perfection. Like one of the best movies in years. Watch that if you haven't already. Oh, and then My Fault and Your Fault London, that's actually 2 different movies. It's gonna be 3 movies when the 3rd one comes out. It's more spicy, so like keep that in mind. It's definitely more like young adult, but I do really like the characters. Their chemistry's off the charts, like off the freaking charts. That's on Amazon Prime. I do really like those movies. But those are my obsessions. Don't forget about our new night oil dropper and my code Shea15. Again, that'll work site-wide, but everything will be linked down below. And subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you back, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.